Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I hope I'm audible loud and clear.
Yes, yes,
Yes. So, welcome back, ma'am. So happy
yeah.
to see you again here.
Thank you, ma'am.
How's
Good
your
here.
YouTube going on?
Yeah, my YouTube channel is going good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Thank you for asking, ma'am.
And how have you been?
Yeah, I've been great.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. How about you, ma'am? How was your Holi?
So we don't really celebrate Holi here in South.
Okay.
Uh, there are people who celebrate it. I mean, but it's limited to celebrating it in, let's say, campuses, right? So that's
Mm-hmm.
about it. But we don't really celebrate it here much. When I used to live in Delhi
Okay.
back then, I used to celebrate it. But now,
Okay.
being an adult, it's
Mm-hmm.
no longer part of
Yeah.
part of playing anymore. So
Yeah.
now coming to the session, today I was going through the session notes, and I believe that now you have already had taken a lot of classes. So we don't have, are you doing any notes from here? Not anymore, right? What are some of the
No.
topics that you have been discussing with your last few trainers? Just to know whether you have some topic in mind that you want to discuss, or should we let it free today?
Let's play today.
Okay, that sounds
Yeah.
good.
If you
Okay.
have any topic, so we can discuss.
Okay, yes. So we'll have conversation and we'll let it direct the course of our session as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, ma'am, in today's session, since you have your own YouTube channel, I'm quite curious to know about it a little as well. Yeah. So, how was your last video that you uploaded? I mean, our last conversation. I didn't get a chance to go through it, but
Okay.
I don't remember what exactly we talked about. So, how was your video? Did you get any comments or any things that your learners want to discuss? Not as
Actually,
such.
last video I
Yeah.
uploaded, I think yesterday only, because
Okay.
I try my best to upload videos on regular basis, but nowadays I am not consistent
Oh, okay.
because my daughter's exam is going on. So
Ah,
that's the reason I am not very consistent uploading the videos.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said that your daughter has her exams these days, right? Is she in 12th or
No,
10th?
no, she is in sixth grade now.
Sixth grade. Oh,
Yeah.
so how come her exams are not over yet? March. Oh, so it will end this month, is it?
Yes, no, means tomorrow will means end her exam. Tomorrow will be the
Okay.
last. Yeah.
Okay. Tomorrow it will be her last exam, right?
Yeah.
So is she prepared enough? Or
Yes,
do you
yes.
have to help her? Is she able to
Sometimes
prepare everything on
I
her?
uh, see actually she prepares with herself, but just I monitor sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. Is she a studious kid?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any subjects that she is struggling with where you have to definitely help her out?
Mostly I help uh, in her math as well as
Right.
English grammar
Mm.
portion little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But all the other subjects she's well
Yeah.
versed with, right? She's able to
Yeah.
do it. Yeah. I'm
Mm-hmm.
little under the weather today. I'm not feeling that good.
Mm-hmm.
I caught cold last evening and it's
Mm-hmm.
going pretty strong. Let's see how it
Yeah.
goes.
Yes, yes.
So now coming back, um, your daughter is in sixth and she'll be going to grade seven, right?
Yes.
So she must have started doing the different sciences, biology, chemistry, and physics, right?
No, I
Are
think
they separated
it
yet
will
or
start. No,
from
now it's
ninth?
one. I think maybe from seventh standard it will be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I can't, I don't recall exactly when I started doing sciences
Mhm.
separately, whether
Yeah.
it was in sixth or ninth. I
Mhm.
think for us it happened in sixth.
Okay.
Yeah. So growing up, what was your favorite subject?
My favorite subject was English
Okay.
because actually, as I completed my entire study from village.
Mm-hmm.
So after 8th standard,
Mm-hmm.
we have to choose the like different subjects. If you want to go in arts field, so you will
Mm-hmm.
have to choose all the subjects of related to arts. And
Right.
means after 8th, you will have to decide. So
Uh-huh.
I wanted to go in science side, but my sisters didn't means they did not allow it
Okay.
because only means all my friends they
Uh-huh.
went to art side, so they
Right.
also forced me to take the art subject. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if it were up to you, you would have gone ahead with science, is it?
Yes.
Okay. So now do you regret not taking up sciences?
No, I don't regret because after I also felt the subjects of arts. I also started, taking interest in that.
Hmm.
And there, English and Hindi literature was my favorite subject.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. So which one do you prefer more? English literature or Hindi literature? Or was it somewhat equal?
Uh, Up to 12th standard, English and Hindi both were there. And
Hmm.
after that, I had chosen English literature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So did you do your graduation in English literature?
Yes, yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So in English literature, you must have done a lot of different time periods as well, right? Novels from
Yes,
different
yes.
time periods.
Yeah. Now, but
Ah, right. Understood.
my favorite author was Shakespeare.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
So any particular work of his that you enjoyed
I
reading?
liked his means drama,
Uh-huh.
even poems also.
Right.
Yeah.
Sonnets. Uh-huh.
Sonnet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
I read them too when I was in my master's and my graduation, of course. But after that, I've kind of left it there. I didn't get a
Mhm.
chance to go back to Shakespeare after I did my college.
Mhm.
But I prefer reading Greek literature. I
Mhm.
find them fascinating. And Victorian novels too. I enjoy reading them.
Mhm.
So, around 18th century books, 18th, 19th century books, there's the
Mhm.
novels that I regularly go back to even now.
Okay.
Yeah. So, ma'am, last time, if I remember it right, we were working on our pronunciations, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I think was it sir and sure?
Yes. It was sir and singer.
Singer, right?
Yes.
Perfect. You
Yeah.
remember it now.
Yeah.
Singer and not singer, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, I think,
Even even
yeah.
I practice the tongue twister which you have suggested in the last session.
Hmm.
Like she sells seashells by the seashore. I
Right,
practiced
on the
several
seashore.
times. Yeah.
And now it's becoming much more better because in
Yeah.
today's session, so far, the pronunciation that I was focusing on was j sound. I couldn't really get your sir and sure sound. So that means it's actually working out for you,
Yes, yes.
right? So in today's session, then let's work on the j sound.
Yes,
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
So when you're saying that in my college days, I used to do so and so things, the
Hmm.
pronunciation of the j sound,
College.
college, right? And it's
Now
not call.
correct?
Yes, now it's correct.
Hmm.
You're right.
Okay.
Did we
Mhm.
discuss the sounds of G last time? Did I tell you that G has two sounds? No.
No.
Okay. So the basic sound of G is not J, it's actually G, right?
Mhm.
As in
Yeah.
game or gun, right? G, G
Good.
is the
Yes.
sound. So that's a basic sound that you will find in almost all the words.
Yes, yes.
But confusion comes in words where G becomes J. Okay,
Hmm.
for example, is it Gim or Jim?
Gym.
Jim. Right. Now, this is something that we know. That's
Mhm.
why we know for sure that it is Jim. That's
Yeah.
because we have been hearing it like that.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
But
Yeah.
what if there is a new word that we come across and we don't really know how to read it? For example, How do we read this word here in the chat box?
Uh, gigantic or gigantic?
Right. See, now it's confusing, right? You
Yes.
can call it gigantic, gigantic, right? So many confusions are coming in. Right.
Yeah.
So let me tell you a rule for this, which will help you understand the sound. And then you will tell me the pronunciation of the sound. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So C, we'll come to C later, but G has two sounds, hard and soft sound. Okay.
Okay.
So G's hard sound is G, the usual sound that we use. But
Yeah.
sometimes G says J. So for instance, in words like, can you read
Yes.
out these three
Yes.
words?
A gym, gem, giraffe.
Yes. In all these words, we have J sound coming in.
Yeah.
So the culprit is the letter that comes after G, which is changing the sound of G,
Okay.
right? So
Mhm.
in English, we have couple of sounds that are capable of changing the sounds of other letters as well. So I call them bullies. E,
Mhm.
I, and Y. These three. E, I, and Y. These are the bullying letters
Mhm.
because it changes the sound of the letter that comes before it, especially when it comes with G and C.
Okay.
Okay. So
Mm.
whenever you see E, I, or Y after G, it will change the sound from G to J.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Jim, gem, and giraffe.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes.
now applying the same concept, let's look at the word gigantic. Here there are two G's. That's why the
Mm.
confusion is coming.
Mm.
Uh, the first G has I after it.
Yeah.
So this will be Jai.
Mm.
And the second G has A after it. That
Yeah.
means it will have the usual sound.
Yes.
So the pronunciation will be
Gigantic.
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 Yes, gigantic. Okay, and
Gigantic.
gigantic would mean something that is really huge, really big.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
so this is the pronunciation of J sound. Similar to this is C, the sound of C. So again, when C is followed by E, I, or Y, it changes its sound to, from K, it changes to S.
Okay.
Okay, so for
Mm.
instance, here. So I've written four words here.
Uh, ceramic, cement, shitty, cycle.
Okay, not shitty, city, sir, city,
Shitty.
sir,
So,
city,
city.
city. Yes,
City.
yes. So earlier, what happened was you were saying sure sound, but
Mm.
it's actually sir sound, sir.
Shitty. Okay.
City, yes, City. That's
City.
the sound that comes out. City,
City. Okay.
yeah,
Not shitty. City.
yes, city,
Yeah.
right? So now
Yeah.
you know the rule how C changes its sounds and G changes its sound,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So do you want to try a couple of other words? Can I give you a
Uh,
list of words and you
yes.
can
Yes.
try the pronunciation? Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Sure.
these are pretty common words. This is just for practice. Mm, I'm giving a couple of words. I'll give you 10 words which will have both C and G sounds. Okay, I have 6 words here. You can try this, and meanwhile, I'll type in more. Are you able to see the words?
Yes. First
Okay.
one is cyclone,
Yes.
Shilon,
Yes.
gymnast,
Yes.
Genani- Genanism,
Okay, here, let's break the word.
yeah,
Read it till GER.
Ger,
Yes. Now
Ger,
AN.
Geranium,
Okay, almost. So now let's put it
try,
together.
okay, Geranium,
This is
Geranium,
this is actually A. It's saying the sound A. Geranium.
Geranium,
Yes. Geranium.
Geranium,
Yeah.
cry,
Uh-huh.
generous,
Right. See how it's working out?
yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Now, like any other rule in English language, we have exceptions. Okay.
yes,
I think
yeah,
I told you last time also, just like,
yes,
in every class, there will be naughty kids who will not listen to the rules of the
yeah,
teachers, right? There are exceptions in English language too for almost every rule, right?
yes,
So there are words that won't follow this rule. For example,
yes, girl,
GIRL.
girl,
Yes, girl, right?
mm,
Or gift.
gift, yeah,
Yeah. According
yes,
to the rule, this should be jewel or
mm,
gift.
yes,
Yeah. But it's an exception that doesn't follow the rule.
okay,
So it's following the girl sound, girl and gift. And
yeah,
exceptions are something that we have to, kind of learn with practice,
yes,
right? So this is how the pronunciations of C and G would work.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Now, since we are doing E, I, and Y, there is another letter where these three letters kind of change the pronunciations. Okay. So,
mhm.
for example, the word, this one,
Xerox,
Xerox, right?
yeah,
What is the sound of X?
X,
Any
zo,
idea? A Z sound is actually Z
zo,
or Z, right? Z
yeah,
makes the sound Z. But X's
Z,
basic sound is X, X. Okay, for example,
Xerox,
box,
box,
fox. Okay,
okay,
so
yeah,
X, X makes the sound X,
yeah, yeah, okay,
something like this. X, KSSS.
okay,
X. That's the sound of
okay,
X.
mhm. Yes, yes,
Yeah, but this
yeah,
sound never comes in the initial part of the word.
mhm,
Okay, so that's why you
yes,
will not see Xerox or
mhm,
um, Xmas tree.
mhm,
No, right? So
yeah,
this X sound will always come at the end. Box, fox, six, mix, fix. So X
yeah,
sound will always come
yes,
at the end. That
yes,
leaves us with X coming in the beginning of the word, right?
okay,
So then
yes,
we have two pronunciations again for X if it comes in the starting. One is
mhm,
Xmas tree, where it says X sound,
X,
ECKS.
yeah,
X. For example, Xmas tree,
yes,
X-ray machine, right? There
yeah,
it is saying the sound X.
X,
Yeah?
yes, yeah,
And if X is followed by EIY, then it
mhm,
says the sound of Z. Z.
okay,
Is it becoming too much or
no,
is
no,
it fine?
it's fine.
Okay. So, couple of words here.
Xerox,
Hmm. Second one.
Exile,
So here it's not X sound. Remember E, I, and Y says the
Yeah.
sound changes. So it becomes Z, zyme.
Zyme.
Yes,
Zyme.
zyme.
Yes. And next one is l- um,
Just imagine,
lem.
just imagine that there is Z sound there.
Yes. Zelen. Zelen.
Xylem.
Xylem.
Yes,
Xylem. Xylem.
xylem.
Okay.
Xylem.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is just a pronunciation based lesson for today where I showed you how these three letters E, I, and Y changes C, G, and X.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why
Yes.
I told you that they are like bullies who make the other people in the class also, kind of influence them and change
Mhm.
their sounds. Right?
Okay.
So now you will know how to say the word Gigantic. Let's practice this one again.
Yes.
This is
This. This. Gigantic.
this is
Gigantic.
gi because
Gigantic.
gigantic. Yes,
Gigantic. Gigantic.
gigantic. Yes,
Yeah. Yes.
gigantic.
Yeah.
Yeah. The confusion is again coming in I feel, right? Because I says eh, and that's why you thought it could be
Gigantic.
gigantic.
Yeah.
But this is I here is saying the Y sound, gigantic.
Yes.
Gigantic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we have come to the end of a class and it's feedback time. So in today's lesson, more than speaking class, it was a pronunciation based class.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Again, just like the last time. But this is
Yeah.
something that will help you in the longer run because there will be a lot of words that you will come across and you might not know how to pronounce the sound.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
why I wanted to clarify these sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now coming to this word,
College.
perfect. Okay. Because earlier when you used it in your sentence, it sounded more like college.
College.
Z sound was coming.
Okay.
College. Now
Yeah.
it's perfect. Yeah.
Yes.
Similarly, um, I think English is fine. How do you pronounce this?
English.
English. So sure sound is coming for
Yes.
perfectly now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Earlier, this one was also a little problematic for you.
Yes.
So I am definitely seeing improvements in your pronunciations compared to the last time. Just like you said that you have been practicing the sir and sure sound, and it's actually
Mhm.
showing in your speech as well. My learners at times what happens is if they don't find time to do it, then they stop doing it, and then it shows in their communication because if you are consistent about doing something, you
Yes.
will be able to see the changes, which I am able to see it in your speech, right? Your
Yeah.
pronunciations, it's much more clearer now. So she
Yes.
sells the seashells on the seashore. It's a
Yeah.
really good tongue twister to anyone who wants to practice sir and sure sound.
Yes.
Yeah. So, ma'am, in the next class, we'll keep on working on the pronunciations. If there are any other pronunciations that you also want to discuss, please feel free to let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll keep it a general spoken English session where we'll work on the fluency aspect.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Initially, when we started off, it was a little difficult for me as well because I noticed even my aspect, my communication was not that good in the initial few parts. But then
Mhm.
it became better. It's
Mhm.
just because of external factors that come into the picture. Sometimes you will notice that you're very fluent, but because of a lot of things, when you're not feeling well, your communication
Mhm.
also starts becoming, a little bit
Yes.
rusty. And if you might feel that somebody is more fluent than you, then again you'll find that you start
Mm-hmm.
stammering, right? This might have happened with you, or it has happened with a lot of my other students who tell me that
Yes.
they are otherwise very fluent, but when it comes to talking with someone who is very well versed, or let's say someone who is using better vocabulary than them, they
Yes.
start fumbling, right?
Yes. Yes.
So these are all psychological aspects.
Yes.
So that's it for today's session, ma'am. I'm looking forward to having you again here in the
Yeah.
session.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you.